Hi, my name is Kristin and you're in my kitchen. My channel is 2 English Acres and today I want to share with you my very first Azure Standard order. Now 1 year ago I had no idea what Azure Standard was. I was visiting with a friend and she was showing me around her homestead and she said something about she had to place an order, a bulk order for Azure Standard, and I said, what in the world is Azure Standard? The only bulk I know is Costco or Sam's Club. So I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. It was exciting. A lot of people, they do post their first hauls, and that's why I wanted to post my first haul today. But I want you to know, a lot of hauls that you see out there, they're $600 and $1,000. Well, mine was $200. I don't know about you, but I cannot afford to dump $1,000, $1,200 for once a month bulk items. I mean, that doesn't include your produce, a lot of your produce. That doesn't include, a lot of your household essentials. Azure Standard does carry a lot of things, but there's a lot of things that they don't carry. So I need, in my budget, I have to be able to spend money for Costco, money for my local grocery store. So we'll get right to it. If you don't know what Azure Standard is, right on their website, on their front page, it says Azure Standard is a family-owned independent company with high-quality, affordable, organic, natural, and non-GMO groceries. They also have health products, household, garden, they have plant starts, but they do specialize in bulk. So here is my Azure Standard haul. I spent about $220. And I want to go over with you what I have and what the prices are, and specifically if you order more or in bulk, then your price goes down. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's start here with the raw milk cheddar cheese. It was $5.40 a pound, and that brought it to $32.05. I plan to cut these into 1 pound slices and use my Food Saver vacuum to throw them in the freezer. Cheese and milk freezes really well. Also, I wanted to try the Azure Clean dish soap. The dish soap is 32 ounces at $6.33. The walnut scrubbers, if you've not used walnut scrubbers, are awesome. I used to buy them from Grove. I had 3 of them. One is already in my sink. They are $3.40. Since I had the big C, my whole family came down with it in right around Christmas, and it did change the way I taste everything. I used to love those orange slices, those little candy orange slices, and they taste like hairspray now. I can't eat some foods like ranch dressing, mayonnaise. There's a lot of foods that just taste like chemicals now. And one of those things is the bagged popcorn. So I wanted to try the non-GMO popcorn. And for a 5-pound bag, it's $6.62. And the awesome thing about Azure is the more you buy in bulk, the price goes down. So you can buy a 25-pound bag of the popcorn for $22.62. And to go along with that, I got 4 ounces of the white cheddar popcorn seasoning, and that was $5.31. I ordered a bunch of different spices so I can start making my own blends. There's no MSG in them. They're all natural. They're all organic 1-pounders. They're not radiated. And let's see, the chili powder is $7.22. The coriander is $13.44. Cumin is $12.01. The onion powder, $10.92. And the paprika is $9.90. I want to make my own buttermilk ranch. I want to make my own taco seasoning. I want to make my own Italian blend. I use a lot of spices and seasonings when I cook. So the next thing I wanted to share with you is the cornmeal. I got a 5-pound bag of the cornmeal for $6.77. I've been trying to use coconut sugar and replace regular sugar. Coconut sugar can be really expensive, but I found this bag, it beat out any price that I could find online. For this 5-pound bag of coconut sugar, it was $18.09. And I've been trying to do a lot of my own baking. I've been practicing making breads, and my husband loves fresh bread. He's from England, and so I order some of the breads that we have from the British Corner store, and their flours and different things it's just different than ours. And so I needed this great big thing of dry yeast, and I'm just going to store it in the freezer. This dry yeast is 914. So here's the pastry flour. I only got a 10-pound bag. I wanted to try this out before I bought more. This is a much finer crumb, and it was 10.48. Also, like I said, I wanted to make my own ranch, so I bought this buttermilk powder. This was probably the most expensive, but buttermilk powder can be stored in the freezer. And let's see, this was $31.75. This is $31.75. So this is really cool. I wanted to share with you. I like to store my oats, grains, and different things in these 2 and 5 gallon pails that I get from the grocery store. You can buy the buckets from Azure Standard, but anytime I go grocery shopping, 9 times out of 10, they have these buckets for free. And so I wanted to see if the Gamma lid would actually fit, and it does. So the Gamma seals are really nice. So instead of having to pry the lid off of it, you can just unscrew the lid. Let's see, that didn't work. Here. And then the rim stays on. I haven't put it on yet because I wanted to wash it off, but that's a really great way to store your long-term foods. So I forgot to mention that I got this really nice sales flyer too. You know, like I said, Azure sells a lot of things, and so you don't really get to see everything that they have unless you're scrolling through thousands and thousands of items. And this actually gave me a lot of great ideas. My plan this year is to create sort of like a medicinal English garden in the front of my house, and they have like yarrow and holy basil, so wood betony, different things that your normal greenhouses wouldn't carry. So I'm really excited for next month's order because I'm going to order some plant starts, and I want to check out my husband actually. Oh, I forgot one more thing. My husband, he loves stone ground mustard. And the one that we buy, it's German, and it's really hard to get the rest of it out. It has a really tight bottleneck. So this mustard was like $2 something. It was really cheap, and he had it with dinner last night, and he said it was absolutely delicious. So I will be ordering more for next month. This is Leia. This is my house chicken. Leia was, she was really sick, and when the temperatures were frigid, and I brought her inside, and it's just been too cold to get her back outside. She's a real sweetheart. She's about 9-10 months old now. Barred Rock. But let me explain to you how Azure works. So it's totally free to sign up. And once you sign up, you're gonna be able to go through and look through the catalogs, and you just add things to your cart. Once a month there's a delivery, and it'll let you choose where you want to have it picked up. You can have it sent to your house. It is quite expensive to have it shipped to your own house. So mine is literally like 20 minutes away from here. It is not far, and it's kind of cool to see all the different people. I got to talk with a lot of people and hear some stories yesterday when I did go pick up my order, and the coordinator said that there was double the amount of people there. So be patient. You will get the things that you want. If you don't get it this month, you will most likely get it the next month. I actually had a organic garlic, a 1-pound garlic powder in my order, and it was missing. I paid for it, and it said that it shipped. It took a 5-minute phone call, and they said, "We're really sorry," and they credited my account. It was no big deal. Yes, I'm missing my garlic for this month. I do have garlic, so it's, it's not that bad. But something that can be a little confusing are watching the numbers. So let's say there's 1,000. When you put flour, for example, in your cart and there's 1,000 and your order doesn't ship to the 29th, your order can't close to the 29th, and it's only the 12th of the month. Well, you're going to watch that flour go down. And if it comes to the 29th and it says out of stock, even though that flour is in your cart, you won't get that. You can't, let's say if it was a 25-pound bag, you can go back and say, okay, well, let me look at the 10-pound or the 50-pound. There may be stock of that item. But just because it's in your cart, it does not mean that you're going to get it. It has to have enough stock in there by the time your order closes, and nothing is a guarantee. That is another downer about this, but like I said, patience is a virtue, right? Okay, so you placed your order and you're ready to okay, so you placed your order. Now what? Okay, so you placed your order. Okay, so you paid for your order. Oh my God. Okay, so you placed your order, you paid for your order. Now what? You will receive a confirmation email from Azure. It'll say, this many items shipped. I actually had a Ceylon cinnamon in my cart. It said there was plenty of stock. It didn't ship. So I will try again next month to order that. Each drop point does have a coordinator, so you will have that number and that email to get a hold of that person if you have any questions. It is really, really easy. Like I said, it was a lot of fun. We kind of stood in line. The delivery driver, he puts things at the edge of the truck. Everyone takes the things off. It gets sorted. It gets alphabetically. Piles were made. You pick your stuff up and you leave. I think we were there for probably 30 minutes because it was a really large order. She says normally the drops are like 5,000. I think it was over 12,000. So it was a really big one. But it was also exciting to be a part of that. With all the craziness going on in the world, bulk's just the way to go right now. Prices are soaring. Anyway, if you have any tips for me or if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. This has been an experience doing my order finally, and now I can put all my stuff away. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great day.